Hello people, welcome forward. My name is Katie. Let's get to it. So last week we talked about step 1 of the Getting Back to Ballet program. Still feel weird about calling it a program. I feel like program implies that there's gonna be an intermission at some point where you're gonna get snacks. Feel free to get a snack if you need to, because this is a program with a capital letter somewhere. So step 2 is about cross-training. Something that I don't think is super obvious to people who aren't dancers is that cross-training is almost as important as actual ballet training. People have a lot of different approaches to cross-training. I know some people are really into cardio, but that's not really me. I have kind of a weird approach to cross-training. I'm not doing it, it's not very systematic when I do it. It's not like I have a leg day and an arm day. Cross-training is not the same as working out. I think for most people, working out is their primary form of physical fitness. You know, that's kind of like their 3 solid meals in a day. Why do I relate everything to food? It's not like I think about food all the time. No, really, it's not. For dancers, cross-training is more like a supplement to the primary activity. So it's gonna change week to week based on what you're doing in class. That being said, I do have some kind of staple methods. I have some staple methods that I go to kind of on a weekly basis. One thing that I do without fail, literally every single day, most of the time, is stretch for at least 30 minutes. Now, I'm not naturally flexible. It's not one of my gifts, but I've learned to really like stretching. Part of my cross training, which I think makes it a little unconventional, is mindfulness or meditation practice. The next part of my cross training, which is kind of related to both of the previous things, is yoga. I was not a fan of yoga initially. Yoga actually really stressed me out. I would always be exhaling when they were telling me to inhale in class, and I felt like it was kind of snobby. I had a lot of thoughts about yoga before I really committed to a practice, and now I just get it. I probably do 20 to 30 minutes of yoga, I'm gonna say 5 or 6 times a week, 5 or 6 days a week. The last component of my cross training, and this is kind of even more weird and unconventional, hanging out with people is definitely a part of my cross training routine. You know, you're not always gonna be at your best as an individual. But if part of your cross-training routine is hanging out with other people, getting out of my own tiny, tiny little world and having a life, meeting up with my friends and hearing what's going on with their lives, use other people's successes as motivation for your own success. And in the same spirit, congratulate those people. If you see someone who's inspiring you, that's so helpful. You made it, it's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed these tips, or you have any cross-training tips of your own, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and tune in next week when we talk about a dancer's diet. And if you want to bring snacks to that, and share the snacks with me, that's okay too.